Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Harmony 1. Harmony 1 moves very similar at the moment to the Near protocol and to Phantom. Near was a little bit different. Near was actually massively overshooting here that wave B. But overall, I think as well, we talked about this when we came down here on the 4th of December about a sort of relief rally. That wave B defined a target area here. Yes, it did slightly overshoot. But then we actually came down here as expected in a wave C. Is the wave C complete yet? Now that is what I can't tell you with a definite answer. I think not. My primary view here, and you see it on the chart, is still that we come lower here, and I would see here a price area between $14, yeah, $14 and 7.3 $14. 14 cents. It's late here already. 14 cents and 7 cents. It's quite a large area, but to be fair, Harmony 1 has been quite strong, and it is currently holding fairly well above the 0.618 fib level here, where in the Near protocol, for example, did break the 0.618 fib level briefly. Harmony just held above it. You can see that here at 16.6 cents, the 0.618 fib level was not broken at all. It provided support. Since then, we have seen here a slightly higher low. I still don't like that structure down here, and we may now see another higher low, not confirmed yet, but I think we're going to come down a little bit lower, possibly all the way down to that previous support here. That last low was at 17 cents, and if we take a look at the fibs of just that one move, then I think we can see why we can come lower here. Basically because Harmony 1 did lose the 0.618 fib level at 19.2 cents. So I would expect us to see the 18.1 cents, sooner or later here. It might just retest it and then come down lower, but it was lost. It doesn't need to go there immediately. It could come up a little bit higher, could even get higher than 19.2 cents again. But then I would expect us to get there. Typically, when you see a fib level break, you can typically expect to see the next one at some point shortly. But overall, what we did here, I mean, if this is a wave C, which I expect, then what you see here, this might only be really the, you might be able to interpret here a wave 1, 2 up there. Then you can see here your wave 3 and 4, pretty much what Bitcoin is doing at the moment in my view. And then you get your wave 5 to the downside, and that could take us really below that wave A. That is what I expect. At the least, it should take us, well, to the low of the wave A at around 14 cents, a little bit lower than that, actually 13.5. That would be the minimum I would expect, but more likely here to 10.8 cents. That's the 0.786 fib level, or even, but I find that fairly unlikely, or even to the 0.887 fib level at 7.3 cents. But I say unlikely. On the other hand, we were only here at this 13.5 cent level on the 4th of December, and the wave C normally comes down lower, so you can expect lower prices. And also what we need to understand is many cryptos did go to the 0.887 fib level already, and Harmony 1 is just later in the correction, so it just has a little bit to catch up in terms of correcting down, But there is a slight possibility that the low could already be in. There is a slight possibility, and the reason for that is that the 0.618 fib level did hold here. But I find that a very unlikely, it is a possibility, of course, but I would only give it maybe a 15%, okay? So a whopping 85%, I think, pointing here further to the downside, especially as we lost the 200-day moving average again. That was at 20.5 cents. We did win it here on the 6th of Feb. Moved above it, retested it very nicely, moved higher here, but now lost it. Quite strongly again. And all of that points me actually to further dropping prices. Also looking at the indicators here, especially 8-hour chart, in the bearish range of the RSI, further downside potential. On the MACD as well, only just seeing here a bearish cross, that indicates further downside potential as well. And on the daily chart, we're not that bearish yet on the MACD, but you can see it turning around just now, so it's just a little bit behind. It's the higher time frame, of course, so you can expect here also further dropping prices, especially here on the daily. The RSI is also in the bearish range. And then if we take a look on the weekly, I mean, that points clearly to further downside movement. And that is also, in my view, why Harmony One hasn't really been able to really move higher again. We had here this bullish cross here before. That is when it went really high. Then that is also why I remained skeptical throughout this whole wave B, because on the weekly chart, Harmony One, all it did was really, we were still in the red on the 1 week MACD, yeah. And then yeah, now we are accelerating the downside, selling pressure, selling momentum, right? So for me personally, there is no reason to believe that the low is already in. There is a slight possibility, yeah, there is a slight possibility, and compared to where the price of Harmony One could go, which I see here in the next wave up at around, well, at least 60 cents, but probably more likely 72, yeah. I think the current levels are already fairly attractive, bearing in mind that we're nearly at, well, we are at 50% of the all-time high pretty much. So I don't find that very bad, but we need to acknowledge and understand that many altcoins in a correction just correct 60, 70, possibly 80%, yeah, some even 90%, and that is totally normal. I don't see why Harmony One should be different. It's a good project, but there are many other good projects which have corrected 80 to 90%. Therefore, I think we are going to come down once more lower. The only thing that really makes me more bullish here on Harmony One is that the 0.618 FIB level here, the 16.5 cent level, did hold so well. It didn't even go below it. But then again, everything else pretty much pointing further to the downside. Yeah, so therefore I would expect lower prices. And that's pretty much here my view at the moment on Harmony One. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you really like the content, maybe consider to join as a channel member. Would be really happy about that, you know, to have you in the community. It's a really fantastic community. You can then join Telegram, Discord, and also the weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.